Local service businesses, before you spend $1 on paid advertising, you need to solve the 3 main contributors to bleeding a small business's marketing budget completely dry. The best part, it's 100% free to set up. You have to do it yourself, and you'll see results within 6 weeks. Let's jump in. So I'm going to cover the 3 mistakes that I would say 90% of small businesses, small service businesses make all year round, all around the country and Canada. I want to lay some groundwork first though, because the 3 mistakes become extremely evident once you understand how people buy. So I need a carpet cleaning right now out of my new house out here in Charlotte. And one of the things that I want to do is find a carpet cleaner. The first thing small business owners need to understand is you are limited by the amount of people in your area. If you're a business where I come to you, like a hairstylist or a barber, only the amount of people that are within driving distance are your customers. And if you go to people like a carpet cleaning company, the amount of miles you're willing to drive for a client is going to limit your total reach. This is all the potential clients we have right here. If you're living in your X area, there's 100,000, a million, whatever your location says. These are all of your potential clients. First thing I ask small business owners, because they always say, okay, if I'm running ads, how long before I get business? Well, let me show you. What day and what minute is somebody going to need your service? I totally get seasonality. Some businesses are busier in the winter, some in the summer. But on Jane Doe, Tuesday at 3 p.m., is she going to click your ad and book you? Can you tell me that? No, you can't. Nobody knows. That's like, if you knew that, you'd be a trillionaire. You never know when somebody's going to need your service. You just know how many people are in your area are likely to need your service. And then at some point in that year, 2-year, 3-year run, they may come across you. You cannot predict this, but all year long, all day long, there's people searching, and some of them are searching for the exact problem that you solve. Think about the last thing you did locally, even a restaurant. What's the first thing you did before you bought? If it's important enough to make a decision on, you're going to go somewhere to find a way to solve your problem. You're going into research mode. That research mode is where most businesses immediately die. I'll give you an example. I need my problem to be solved. I go to research mode. The first thing I do is open up my iPhone. And I'm not using Bing, I'm using Google. As a matter of fact, the stats are in. 90% of people are going to go to Google. So if you're a small business owner, small service business owner, and you're trying to get in front of people, focus nowhere other than Google and you're going to do well. 90% of us are using it to solve that research query. I want to know who the best dog groomer in my neighborhood is. I want to know where I can find the best carpet cleaner in this town. I'm going to go to Google. Not only is 90% of the traffic there, but 70% of that traffic is mobile. So now you're searching, right? You're searching for best barber, best tailor, whatever it is, best handyman. When you see all these sea of people that are available and you click on their websites, do you buy everything you research? The likelihood of you answering yes to this is very low. Nobody, and I mean nobody, makes a decision on the first click they make. They're looking in research mode to understand if you're the right business for them. So what do we know right now? Let's talk about that. Here's what we know. Not everyone needs us today. We actually can't predict when they'll need us, but we need to be available for when they do. 90% of them are going to use Google to research the best version that's right for them. 70% of them are going to be on their phone, so you've got to be mobile first. Just no 2 ways about it. And research doesn't mean buy. I'm researching things, let's say my carpet cleaning. I'm actually doing my carpet cleaning in late October. Right now, as I'm recording this, it's late August. So the reason I'm researching now is to set that appointment and get my day rolling. So I may be clicking on ads to secure business months down the line. That's how most people operate. Days, weeks, months, sometimes even years. Look, I don't make these rules. It is what it is. I do not make these rules. This is how we all buy. So now that we've had this groundwork covered, we can actually jump into the 3 marketing mistakes most small businesses make according to the Gospel of Emil. I'm Emil. Every single week, I'm releasing one new video that is dedicated to local service businesses. Hairstylists, carpet cleaners, dentists, lawyers, plumbers. The job of these videos is to turn you guys into absolute monsters when it comes to marketing and advertising. Once you hit that subscribe button, it'll be the most profitable button that you've hit for your business in a long time. They can really be broken down into two spots: communication and time and money. Time and money are not different things. You can spend money to reduce your time into something, or you could save your money and invest your time into solving this problem. So I break those two up. But the primary one, the primary one we're going to cover today is communication. We are not communicating with our clients at the right times. Simple as that. And the very first thing that we want to solve for, the thing that if every small service business in America did right now and did it really well, it would just skyrocket performance. And it's free. It's your GMB, Google My Business. Google has changed its name to something nobody likes called Google Business Profiles, and nobody calls it Google Business Profiles. I tried, nobody knew what I was talking about, so it's GMB. But GMB or GPP, Google My Business, Google Business Profiles, exact same thing. If you are a small service business and you're not dedicating your time into your GMB, you're missing out on massive amounts of opportunity. So one of the primary things somebody pulls up when you make a Google search for a local business, restaurant, hairdresser, carpet cleaner, is the local provider's Google Business Profile, if they have one. And we know through the research phase that most people here skip ads. Most of them do. 66%, 90% according to some studies, but the 66% one is the one I like because that's from Google. So, and if you think about your own buyer behavior, when you're not uncertain of what you actually need and what service you need or what product you need, you go into research mode. You skip the ads and you jump into what's ranking first. You go into YouTube videos, you look at TikTok, you're putting together a picture of what you actually need. And your GMB solves so many of these problems. It tells prospects what you do, when you do it, your availability. It gives service details across the board of everything you input. It allows them to see pics and videos right within Google without having to leave and see reviews. And Google My Business reviews hold the highest amount of weighted reviews of any online review aggregate system. Think about it. When you see a restaurant and you see the GMB reviews and you read them, you trust them more than you trust Yelp. You definitely trust them more than Amazon. 100% trust them more than Facebook. Good God. You absolutely cannot underestimate the power of a well-reviewed business on GMB. It's powerful. But Google has some really clever ways it utilizes your Google My Business when you're like skyrocketing awesome with it. I'm in Charlotte. I need a carpet cleaner. I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in carpet cleaners near me. The first layer one that Google shows, this isn't available in every market, but it's available in most markets, is a Google guaranteed program. You see how these carpet cleaners up here have this little green check? It says Google guaranteed. What this does is it takes somebody who has an established Google My Business profile. They can submit to Google an application and say, I want to be a Google partner. And this is specifically for local service businesses. This isn't for IKEA, this isn't for Nike, this is specifically for the carpet cleaners and lawyers and dentists and hairdressers in your neighborhood. Google will take a look at the history of their Google My Business first. What kind of reviews you have, how active are you in it, and what access or what tools you use to communicate with your clients. If that passes the muster, it says, perfect, we have some spots open for you, but you need to do a background check. It's a third-party company Google employs called Pinkerton. Pinkerton's job is to make sure that none of the core principal owners and operators of that business are sexual or violent criminals, that there aren't tons of liens on the business, that it's a healthy business. And the reason they go through this effort before allowing you into the program is they want to make sure that if they're guaranteeing, meaning up to $2,000 worth of services somebody buys from you, Google is securing. So if they have a totally bad experience, Google will reimburse them. They also want to make sure the highest level of success for this program. So people click and hire somebody here, likely they're going to get what they paid for. But it's built off of your Google Business Profile. So this first layer, Google Business Profile. Layer number 2, I get to see this standard ads, people who are clicking on ads. By the way, FYI, if you're a carpet cleaner in Charlotte, everybody runs ads for how cheap they are. It's the worst way to run ads, just cheap, 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 cheap. You're only gonna get cheap people. Cheap, 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 cheap. I'm not looking for cheap, I'm looking for right, and we'll talk about what that means. But that's layer 2, standard ads. And then layer 3. This is again, Google Business Profile. So in your first view, whether you're desktop or mobile, out of 2/3 of the spaces available are dedicated to their Google Business Profile. This is because Google uses GMBs to give you hyper-relevant results because they're a search engine. All GMBs are hyper-relevant local searches for local businesses. That's it. It makes Google's job easier to index quicker. It makes your experience on Google much more enjoyable. And it gives everybody a sense of clarity that you're not trying to contact somebody in Wisconsin because they can hack SEO or whatever it is. So in here, this is called the 3-pack. Google will show you the 3 top businesses in that area. And these are businesses that have won the SEO game as GMB is concerned. This means that they're operating at a level Google thinks is going to give you, the end user, the best service. We won't even talk about how GMBs could actually be different depending on who's searching. But you'll see here, which one would you pick? OxyFresh, Zero Res, or carpet cleaning? I'll give you 3 seconds. You're definitely focused on Zero Res because they have 2,500 4.9 reviews. Like, this is somebody who clearly makes their customer happy. So you're going to click on that button, and that's going to lead you to their website. It's going to lead you to their services, to their specials, whatever it is. But this 3-pack, almost nobody's going to click more businesses unless they're not happy with what they see. So focusing on your GMB, that's the game. And here's the big mistakes. Here's the big communication mistakes most businesses are making with their GMB profile. They're not frequently using the updates feature. They're not focused on reviews. And reviews are interesting because GMB reviews are actually weighted. Google will review what people say about your business, take core keywords out of that, and paint a profile. So as I'm searching, if I typed in let's say hyperallergenic carpet cleaner near me, I may have nowhere in my profile or my website that I clean hyperallergenically, but maybe a few people have reviewed and said they're the best hyperallergenic carpet cleaning company in town. That will actually get me to rank. And let's say that we wanted to get to really understand a company and they have a few hundred reviews. Those reviews hold a lot of weight to what will pop up in search. There's the instant messaging feature, which is great once you get rolling with it. There's the services component, the products component that you can utilize as a service business. Oh, it's so amazing. And the FAQs. These FAQs are things that people need to know about your business that also pop up in search. And I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, this is so much. Where do I start with GMB to get it rocking? I got you covered. All you got to do is head to thankyou.com/GMB. I literally have a 6-week free course, absolutely free, to get you on your way. This is the setup. You put your email in, you get your first lesson, and in that lesson, it's a brief description of what you're going to be doing and why it matters, then how to do it correctly, and then you'll get what the next week's lesson is going to be and what you need to have ready for it. It's completely free, and so is GMB. The reason I put this out here is when you work this program, at the end of 6 weeks, you're going to be sold. You're going to be like, oh my God, I followed this free email course for this free awesome tool from Google, and it already is starting to pay off. I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You're not going to overnight change your business with it, but it will give you the confidence to continue investing in that, and it's well worth it. You've got nothing to lose. I cannot tell you how important it is to have your GMB right. So now you've got your GMB rocking, you're available when people are searching you, you're updating it frequently, so no matter what time of year, you're popping up in that 3-pack. And what's that going to do? That's going to produce a ton of traffic. And where's this traffic going to go? Well, after your GMB and your reviews, it's going to go to where almost all other issues I see, the biggest area people really drop the ball in small service businesses, your website. Your website is more than likely a dumpster fire. I'm sorry, if you're a local service business, you have a shish kebabi website. I dare you to go and pick think like, oh man, I'm in Arkansas, nobody needs a good site here. Okay, then Google your business in Los Angeles, Google your business in Manhattan, Google your business in Miami. You get the same crappy websites. It's like everyone just said, you know what? I'm not going to do anything after this. I set up this website once, don't know anything about it. I'm going to let it just sit here for 15 years and just collect dust. These same people who own these businesses want first-class experiences from Uber, first-class experiences from Amazon, but literally do nothing on their own business. It's mind-boggling. You want to win? Just get your GMB right and then send them to a website that's helpful. What do I mean by that? Well, here's what I need from a website, and here's what I get from a website. And there's a gap, this little black hole in the middle here. This is just sucking in all the energy that's missing. What I need, it's very straightforward. Work and service details. I want to see what you do. I want to see who you do it for, and I want to see some befores and afters. I want to know what pricing is, and I want standard pricing, not like 2 rooms plus any area. That's ambiguous. I don't know what that means. I already don't trust you. Like, give me approximate pricing, and you can. And if you think that you can't give at least to the 10% mark of what the pricing is, because so many variables, you're wrong. Just take the last 50 jobs and see what the average is. You can do this. And I'm not saying this as a marketer. I'm saying this as a guy who ran a business that had 50 full-time employees, and I had to give prices based off of pictures for multitudes of services. And we did pretty well. You want to make it easy scheduling. Like, make my life easy. I just want to be able to schedule this thing because I know it's what I want. And then have an FAQ. This FAQ is designed to answer questions most people have about your service or product. I'm not an expert. I need you to tell me maybe some misconceptions I have, some things to expect. Educate me. The more you educate me, the more I'm going to trust you. This is what I need out of a website. Let me tell you what your website gives me. And I dare everybody to search their businesses all around the country. You see this. So much freaking text. Like, people who aren't writers, people who aren't even readers are writing insane amount of text, or these marketing agencies that they hire for $500 a month that are just total douchebags, doing everything wrong. So much text. You'll see what I mean. Family history. Oh, we started this business in 19 yakety yak, and it means a lot to me that my old dog, Henry, would have seen me go. Nobody cares. I don't care about you. We laugh at people getting hurt on TikTok every day. We do not have a compassionate society or a patient one. It's very important to remember. I hate it. I wish it was different, but it ain't. Stories and clip art. You give me stories that aren't relevant to things like how that dog died and why you're sad, and like, hire me because I do a good job, and here's a picture of a weird dog that I found on the internet. And if you think I'm wrong, first, take me up on that. And second, let me show you what I think is the best carpet cleaner in Charlotte. I used to own a carpet cleaning company. I know the industry really well. This company's service is top notch, but this is their website. And I'm sorry to put you on blast here, but it's on the internet. Everyone can see it. First off, I don't know what to do with this, right? It doesn't look like anything that came out in this decade or even last decade. And next, look at this text. I'm just going slow. I'm not even going to fast forward this. Tell me the last time you read something this long while you're in research mode. I mean, good God. And I see this book up online, but it's not going to help me. I'm already lost. I don't trust any of this at all whatsoever. Here's what's important, and here's how you can change your website almost instantly. First off, what do you do? Just tell me what you do. I do carpet cleaning, and here are my services. And here's pictures of previous work. We want to see previous work, and we're not looking at it for what you think we're looking at it. We're looking at it for the inferred data. I'll give you a great example. My wife, she's black. When we moved to Charlotte, she needed to find a stylist. I'm from like the 30s. She needed to find a stylist. She went and looked at all the Instagram pages of all the stylists she's considering. She's not looking at how great they are. I mean, that's a definite thing, but she's looking at how many people of color are sitting in that chair and what the results are. So many people who on the front line from the website looks, oh, this is great, let's do their Instagram page. You see it's a bunch of blonde ladies, bunch of white blonde ladies. If you know anything about hair, which I had to learn quickly in my life, you cannot treat all hair the same, right? So that Instagram page actually pre-qualified a few, but removed others. And that's great for both. The people who are ready to do her hair want her business. People who aren't, it would just be a challenge. So everyone wins from that. We want to see that. We also want to make sure that you don't have like dirty vehicles and you keep trash in the background. We don't just hire the cheapest people. Most people don't. We don't just hire the people who are the fastest that we can find. We hire the people that solve our problem before we ever call you. So if on your website I see pictures of stains I likely have because, hey, you're a carpet cleaning company that deals with families and pets and kids, great to know. I see before and afters on that. And then I see the kind of people that are in there, maybe a video from the owner just talking about how great their company is and what they do and some processes, and directs me to other pieces of information. All I need. Then straightforward pricing. Make it as straightforward as, and make me feel confident to let me know, hey, this is normally typically the size of a house we do. Here's how big the bedrooms are with or without furniture. You're gonna spend $180, $225. Give us a little wiggle room for steps and some hallways. Perfect, totally get it. And then self-schedule. Allow me to schedule myself. All I have to do is give you 50% of the job before you get there. I'm happy to do it. I saw your reviews on GMB, your website, which is just one page, solved all of my problems. You don't need multiple pages. There's advantages to it, but I assure you, if you think you need a lot of pages and your website has a lot of words, don't. Just go to one page. It solves all my problems for me. There's so many cool tools to do that with. Allow me to contact you. Your job as a business owner is to reduce friction. Don't let somebody like me open up a business in your area that's just gonna go slaughter you, because this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna work on my GMB and I'm gonna make my website so useful and the content on it so useful that it would be hard for anybody who hasn't had previous experience with you to pick you over me. That's my goal. I'm gonna reduce the friction. I'm gonna make their life the way they expect it from Uber Eats, the way they expect it from Amazon, the way they expect it from their iPhone to just work. That's what I'm gonna do. Again, this is friction in my path. So we've solved GMB, we've showed you a website. Those are two big mistakes. And if you get a moment, which you have right now, please subscribe, because all I'm going to do is cover small service businesses. That's it. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to take your small service business and answer any marketing and advertising related question and make it a first-class experience, something that your community is likely not used to, regardless of where you are in the country. Number 3, content and context. Because we have a website and we have our Google My Business, now you need things to post regularly. Remember earlier when we just don't know when somebody's going to find us? Well, we want to do things to make sure that we're always in front of somebody. Small service businesses have the best content-driven options over any other company. Apple doesn't have the options that a small service business does, because the content that you need to do will work regardless of the community. It's all about how you structure it. And the most important thing to remember about content is marketing is the exact opposite of a perfect crime. You want to be seen, you want to be heard, you want to be remembered, you want to leave big ass clues that you exist. All the most complicated jargon you'll ever hear about marketing and advertising, all these firms and these fees and all this, all they're going to do is make sure that you're everywhere in the right way. It's called a marketing funnel. And this stuff actually works. All these like weird things that people put in PowerPoints and stuff, what they're trying to communicate is the complexity of a marketing funnel. And I don't have a freaking clue why they make it so complicated. If you're a local service business, I'm going to show you the marketing funnel to end all marketing funnels. Just follow this and you will win. You ready? Here we go. So I'm going to use the carpet cleaning company because that's what we're talking about. Instagram. Once a week, don't care when, you're going to post stain of the week. It's going to be a clean before picture of a gnarly stain. Every service-based business has something to talk about that week. If you're a restaurant, if you're a hairstylist, if you're a carpet cleaner, if you're a handyman, if you're a carpenter, you have highs and lows throughout the week. Document it with your phone. It's in your pocket. Take a before and after. This is a stain before, this is a stain after. Give a brief description on it, and you don't have to tell them how you got rid of it. What you're going to say is, I'll show you in the next video how I got rid of this stain, but before, after. YouTube. Insanely underused tool for local service businesses. One of the hardest things to do is hire somebody and bring them into your business and train them on everything they need to know. Somebody has to be available. Start taking your processes and procedures and documenting them. There's some you could keep behind the wall that not everybody needs to know, but others, like the kind of chemicals that you use, processes that you use to remove stains, Things that a customer should know, like how you maintain vehicles and all of these how-tos that could be used for internal and external promotion. There's nothing better than researching somebody, seeing they have a video, let's say a carpet cleaner, and they say, the top 3 things we consider to do when we visit a residential house. Now you know their process. So you've seen the stain video, now you've seen the YouTube video about how they enter a home. Then you've got Facebook, a controversial place. By the way, next week's video is going to be on how to utilize Facebook to just slaughter with marketing as a local business. I hate Facebook. Most people hate Facebook, but the people buying local service businesses and aren't looking for the cheapest option, they're all over Facebook. Right now, there isn't a better alternative. Facebook crushed Craigslist. You need to crush on Facebook. 15-second insights. Great insight for a carpet cleaning company that they could do is, hey, best procedure to do if you have small dogs when we come over. This is what our machines are loud. These are here. We're going to bring little biscuits for your dogs. And you just do a series of those. 1 a week. It'll take you 20 seconds, 30 seconds on your phone. Just make sure it looks clean. And these are great because now you could also send them to your clients before you show up as little how-to guides. Remember, you're staying in front of people. Your job is to leave clues everywhere. Now, your total in, before and after picture on Instagram took you 2 minutes. Your YouTube how-to video, probably going to be the longest, between 10 and 15 minutes a week. Now you got 15-second insight. This might take you 35, 40 seconds. And then you've got TikTok, which TikTok just crushes for local service businesses right now. The stain of the week removal. So in your stain of the week on Instagram, say, hey, here's a link to how we actually removed it. That brings them to TikTok page. Do a really cool 1-minute hyperlapse of how that stain is gone and do a voiceover of all the things that went into it. Now, in that week, you're on Instagram properly, you're on Facebook effectively, you're on YouTube that has multiple use cases and applications, and you're on TikTok. And you did this all in less than an hour. And guess what? All of this isn't going to be seen by everybody, but your email list of every client that's your customer, you're going to send them a nice email that just says, hey friends, just a recap of the week. Here's how we got oil-based makeup out of a white carpet. Here's how we enter a new residential home if we haven't serviced your home before. And here are some insightful tips for how to maintain wood staining from happening when we clean your carpet. I might have just got my carpet cleaned from you last week. I look at this email, I'm like, oh, that's great. I don't need your service, but my brother does. Let me forward that over. You do this every single week. Imagine at 52 weeks, you have 52 videos, if not 100 videos on the internet. You are posting these to your GMB, you're linking to them to your site, you're really working your email list. That, my friends, is how a monster like me traps money. I make sure my website is super useful. I make sure that you can find me everywhere and anywhere, no matter what you're looking for, if I'm sort of even relevant. And I really focus in on content that adds value to the services that I'm doing. So hope this made a lot of sense to you. Leave comments below of anything I seem to have yayed over or you think I'm making seem too easy. Would love to get into that conversation. Next week, all about how to actually use Facebook for local service businesses that works and doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. My free Google My Business course, that new lesson every week in your email, 6 weeks. Go to thankyou.com/GMB and subscribe, like, and comment. Battle me on here if you disagree. I would love it. So would the algorithm.